The first day it was a t-shirt that said, "Build that wall." The second day it was a t-shirt that had praying hands in front of a flag, American flag, that said, "I don't kneel." The next day it was like America First. It was like all these t-shirts. But what made it worse was the scene when me and Emma Roberts are driving in the car away from the killer. What's really happening is they have a crew outside of my car that is operating my car, like doing certain things before they say action or whatever the case is. So it's the man outside my window operating my car wearing the racist t-shirts. So someone else was wearing these racist t-shirts, and everybody recognized it, and everybody was uncomfortable. So mind you, what I'm telling you is all these people recognized what was happening. I'm getting there. So I go to the car where the AC is because it's hot as hell. We're somewhere in the desert. It's really, really hot. So I go to the car and I'm like, I'm not leaving this vehicle until that man either turns his shirts inside out, he turns it inside out and we can all get back to work, or he changes or something. I can't focus. They're saying action and I'm reading this guy's t-shirt and I'm mad that he gets to do all this bullshit. So I go to the vehicle. Girl, I just took a shot of tequila for you. Thank you. So I go to the van. I'm sitting in the van. The set shuts down because it's the scene that we need to film. So I'm like, I'm not filming. I'm not coming out of the trailer. When I tell you, I felt like I had white privilege in that moment for a second. Because I literally was like, I'm not coming out of my trailer. It's almost like I had watched Emma during the season and was like, okay, let me try. Let me try a little something. So I was like, okay, I'm not coming out of my trailer. So they're trying to figure out what to do. The director, John, comes into the van. Angelica, I mean, I totally hear you, and I understand that, you know, that this is a difficult situation, but I need you to understand we're in a difficult situation, and you know, we really need to get this scene shot, and you know, I don't think there's anything we can do. It's a freedom of speech issue. Is what they told me. It was a freedom of speech issue. So they were trying to get me to go back to work. And I was like, I'm not coming out of this trailer until you change something. So time was going on. Hour passed by, hours were passing by on set. And you know, that's money. Hold on, let me get a glass. So they're telling me, you know, can you come out, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm not coming out. So then finally, I text message. You want to know who I text message? I text message Alexis Martin Woodall, the president of Ryan Murphy Productions. I text her and tell her what's going on. She says, give me a few minutes. And she literally, she was like, oh, that's not right. You know, that's not cool, blah, 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 whatever. So, you know, she's like, give me some time or whatever. So she's apparently handling it. I'm still sitting in the van. So as time is passing by, and they're still trying to get me to come out the trailer, I'm out the thing, I then go tweet. And my tweet said something like this. Something to the tune of, it's a shame that I have to do all of this work advocating, and it said something along the lines of, it's a shame that I have to do all this work fighting racism out in the world and have to come to work and still have to do the same, fight racism or something. It was something along those lines. I get a call about 2 minutes later. You remember when I posted that? So I get a call like maybe 2 minutes later. And it's one of the producers from Ryan Murphy Productions, Tanase Pope. And he's like, yeah, Angelica, let me run it back. So what I'm telling you is, not only was a man on set wearing racist t-shirts, he was wearing them multiple days, multiple times, and we had to be out in this place where we were like driving cars for the scenes. Now, to give some credit, some of the white people were uncomfortable too, to give some credit. So there were a lot of white people on set who were like, oh my God, you seen that? And they just didn't know what to say. Like I said, Emma was one of those people who recognized that this guy was wearing racist t-shirts, and she asked me, what did I think about it? So mind you, many people who have way more power than I have on that set did and said nothing to make the situation better. Number one. So it had to take the black one, it had to take the black trans one to speak up and say, this is not cool. And wait, what is it? I got, some of them were probably like, I got that shirt right. So I go to the van where the air conditioner is, and I'm like, I'm not coming out of this van until either he turns his shirt inside out or he changes or something. They tried to get him to turn his shirt inside out. He basically told them to go fuck themselves. He would not turn it. He said it was a freedom of speech issue, and he was like, you call whoever you need to call. I'm not changing my shirt. So they couldn't get him to change that shirt, and they couldn't get me to come out of my trailer. So, like I said, I messaged Alexis Martin Woodall. She's like, I got it. I'm gonna handle it or whatever. But there I was, still sitting in the trailer, waiting around like, so then I tweet, it's a shame that I got to do all this work against racism out in the world and still got to come to a set and do the same thing. Hello. Angelica Ross. This is Tanase Pope. Yeah, Ryan feels like, that tweet you just did, that it's just, we're family, we see this as a family, and, he feels like, it's whatever's happening on set, it's being handled, and whatever. I said, I don't know what you know of it being handled, but I'm still in the trailer. The set is still shut down. The guy is still here wearing his t-shirts. So I'm not sure what you know, but I'm just giving you the update from my perspective. I'm not on set filming. So he says, yeah, well, it's just, Ryan feels like, they're trying to handle it, so he just doesn't understand why you have to go to Twitter and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I didn't tag nobody. I ain't say nothing specific. And he goes, yeah, it's just that. And I said, okay, so listen. And this is what I said. I said, just so you know, the director was just in here telling me that the reason they couldn't get this man to stop take off his racist t-shirt was because of freedom of speech. And now I'm being asked to take down a tweet. And I said, I feel like I'm being silenced. He said, yeah, I hear you. I said, but it's fine. I'll take down the tweet. I hang up the phone. I delete the tweet. Not even 10 seconds later, Ryan Murphy calls me directly. And Ryan Murphy's like, he goes, do you fucking think that I would silence you? It's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck, Angelica? Like, I'm the biggest supporter and all this, and I do this and I do that. And I can't believe you would fucking think that I would do this after all I've done and blah, blah, blah. Ryan Murphy's cussing me out on the phone. So I then say, Ryan, that's not what this is about. He's like, I just don't understand. We were handling it. Why would you have to go to Twitter? I was like, Ryan, it's not handled. I'm still sitting in the van talking to you. We have not resumed filming. So I don't know what they told you that it was handled, but what do you think was handled? And he realized that he realized that the situation wasn't handled. And I said to him, I said, Ryan, ever since I've been on Pose, I haven't just been able to be an actor and hang up my boots when it comes to the advocacy, but it's turned me into a super advocate. Not only am I constantly being asked about everything from Donald Trump to Caitlyn Jenner and racism and blah, 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 but now that the world is shitting on trans people, I'm being asked to advocate on those things too. And not getting paid any extra dime to do it. But y'all are making it seem like y'all got activists in y'all pocket that can like do, that can speak, whatever. So I told Ryan, I said, Ryan, that shit is exhausting. It's exhausting to do that work. So do you really think that I want to come to your set and have to be educating people, be the one black person that's speaking up, even though everybody else got eyes and can see that them fucking racist t-shirts don't belong on this set? I said, Ryan, I said something along the lines of, this is not about me disrespecting you. This is about the fact that I'm feeling powerless on your set. I'm feeling triggered. I'm feeling unsafe on your set. And he apologized to me in that conversation. He said, you know what? I think I get it now. Because he goes, I just don't understand. What is it with these people and going to the internet with their grievances and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, think about it this way. All these big companies and everybody, y'all just want to ignore what people say until the public finds out about it. Now, all of a sudden, people want to hop on the phone. Now, Delta wants to hop on the phone and get customer service and see what they can do. That's why people go to the fucking internet and the streets. Because they're like... So, he goes, I get it. Okay, I think I get it now. And he says this to me. He goes, Angelica, I'm sorry. He goes, I'm sorry that you had to experience that. He goes, I want to be your number one champion. I want you to know that I'm always in your corner. And you shouldn't have to experience that. That guy will be gone. I'm going to have him removed off the set. And we will not be dealing with that. And when I tell you, after that conversation, that man was fired and did not come back to the set. But of course, I had to, in the midst of that conversation, fly back to Thailand, find my balls, and stand up to Ryan Murphy in that conversation.
Hello YouTube, this is DeAndre Dobbs. Happy Friday, September the 22nd, 2023. I'm back with another YouTube video today. This is my second time recording this video because the first time I recorded it, it didn't go through how I wanted it to because I could barely hear it and because of the sound, because I was on another recording app. But I'm back on my original app and I'm redoing this video again. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so whenever I have a new video uploaded, you will be able to get it, click on it, and watch it. And leave your opinions, leave your comments, leave whatever you have to leave to just, do that. Also, I want to give a special thank you to my viewers, my subscribers, people who have been watching my videos, people who have been liking my videos, people that follow me on TikTok, on all my social medias. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love and everything. Thank you all so much, because if it wasn't for you all and if it wasn't for the good Lord or anything, I really want to say thank you so much. So today, if you all saw the video that I had posted, that is what Angelica Ross, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Angelica Ross, she was talking about Emma Roberts, American Horror Story, her filming behind the scenes of American Horror Story, and that she was facing racism and facing all the stuff that was happening, and what Emma Ross said to her and did to her. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get to it. So we just got done watching that video about Angelica Ross. Now, for those of you that don't know, Angelica Ross, hold on you guys. For those of you that don't know, Angelica Ross is a black transgender woman who's played on multiple shows like Pose, shows like American Horror Story, and many others. And she's also an activist, and she is such a trailblazer. She is the voice of reasoning, in my opinion. I'm just going to be honest. She's such a trailblazer, and she's a voice of reasoning. And her, like many other black transgender women, MJ Rodriguez, T.S. Madison, and Dominique Jackson. Because those women are amazing. And Angelica Ross, she's just one of a kind. And she's recently the voice of reasoning. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And from the video that we just watched, she's basically talking about what she experienced when she was filming American Horror Story. And I'm basically going to give my opinion and my thoughts and my perspective, and basically going to tell you how I see the situation and what happened. So Angelica, she was she was filming American Horror Story, her and Emma Roberts. And I'm guessing, in her words, Angelica Ross, she was saying like a scene that they was doing. And I don't know, was it a joke or whatever? All I can remember is Angelica Ross, and Emma Roberts, they was, doing their scenes. And then, the director was like, okay, ladies, that's enough. No. It was like Emma Roberts told a producer, was like, excuse me, but Angelica is being mean to me and doing things to me. And the director told them, that's enough, ladies, that's enough. And then Angelica Ross was like, not Angelica Ross, and Emma Roberts was like, do you mean stop it, lady? And doing some other stuff. And so after that, Angelica Ross was just looking like, what in the world did she, what the fuck did she just say? That's basically what's coming out of, that's basically what's coming out Angelica Ross' mouth. She was like, what the fuck did she just say? Did she really do this? That's basically what Angelica Ross was saying. What the fuck she say? Like, basically, yes. And I was like that too when I watched the video of what Angelica Ross was talking about. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I know this bitch didn't. Because, you know, this isn't the first time that Emma Roberts has done this to someone. Because apparently Emma Roberts has done this to somebody else. Not just Angelica Ross, but she done it to somebody else. And the person that Emma Roberts done this to, they had to suffer the repercussions. Not Emma Ross. Emma Ross didn't have to suffer anything. But the person that Emma Ross did this to, whose name I will not say, because Angelica Ross did not give the name, and I'm not going to give the name either. But I'm basically going to say that the person that Emma Ross done this to, they had to suffer the consequences. So Emma Ross didn't get in trouble, but the other person did, kinda, exactly. And I think that is very pitiful, and that is very sour and very ignorant and sad. But hold on for just 1 minute, you guys. Hey, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that interruption. But I'm finna get back to what I was telling you about the Angelica Ross story. That's what's gonna be my title. Angelica Ross story on racism on American Horror Story, among other things. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So, yeah, that was sad. But after that, you know, Angelica Ross said in her words that her blood was boiling. Her blood was boiling. And she basically said, like, she left the set and went to the trailer where the air conditioner was. She went and got in her trailer and she just sat there and she cooled off. Angelica Ross, in her words, basically said that she went to her trailer where the air was at and it was on. She just sat there. And the producers and the exclusive producers or whatnot, I believe, was saying, Angelica, could you please come on? And she was like, I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not doing that scene. Because basically, the reason Angelica Ross left and went to her trailer is because they had these t-shirts that says, that Angelica Ross said in the video, said that they had these shirts that says, I would not kneel, or something like that. I would not kneel. And then she said that if I have it correctly, that they had these American flags on them with the line across them and the blockage sign and wouldn't it the third. I'm not really sure, but I think it was something like that. And then she basically said, like, I don't know exactly what was on the shirt, but I think she did say something like that. But you can go back to the video that I had posted and know for sure. I'm just basically telling you what I know and what I watched and what I heard her say. And she basically said, like, one of the producers, like, had this shirt on, and it, like, she said, like, it stood for racism and everything. And she asked him nicely, like, could you please either take your shirt off or go find another shirt or turn your shirt inside out. And then she claimed, the producer said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. It's a freedom of speech. That's why Angelica Ross left the set, went in her trailer and just sat there. Because it basically pissed her off and it made her upset, which I can understand, because if somebody is doing something, if somebody is doing something or wearing something that represents racism, I will be upset too, because that's something you just don't do. And basically, Angelica Ross also said, I hope I'm getting this right, and if I'm not right, leave me a comment in my leave me a comment in below in the box. And so Angelica Ross says, like, she went in her trailer, she sat down. No. Next. I'm sorry, y'all. She said, like, when she was on set, she basically was seeing a bunch of stuff, that represented racism. And she said what made her mad the most was, she's seeing all this stuff face to face, and she's seeing, like, all of these producers and co-stars. It wasn't all of them, it was just some of them. Like, she's seeing all these producers and co-stars just standing there, not doing nothing, not standing up for her. They basically just looking on and just not doing anything. Like, they know that it's wrong and they are not doing anything, which is totally wrong. Because if it was me, and if I was one of the co-stars and I was working with Angelica Ross, and me being a black man myself, I would have saw something like that going on. Of course, I would stand up too. I would stand up for what's right, and I would say something, and I wouldn't even give a damn what anybody says and what I have to say, because my thing is this: if you don't like what I have to say, and if you can't handle what I have to say, and if you can't handle the truth, then quite frankly, I really don't give two dams and two fucks about it. And that's basically how I feel how Angelica was feeling, because Angelica Ross, she's a strong woman. She is a strong woman. She stands up for what she believes in. And I can understand why she was upset. Quite frankly, I can. I can understand why she was upset. I can understand why she was hurt. So then it was like she said, like, it wasn't all the white peoples that was, that didn't do anything. Like, she basically saying, like, it was a couple of white folks that was, on her side. Like, they said that they was wrong. Like, they were looking like it was wrong. But then she would basically say, like, it was some white folks, well, mostly the white folks, that didn't do anything. Like, they just stood there. They didn't do anything. They were just looking around. Like, they just ignored the fact that all this racism stuff was going around on the set of American Horror Story. And I think it's crazy, because racism is wrong. It is. Racism is wrong. Racism is taught, not learned. Racism is taught. And racism has been going on for years and years and years and years. And I call it crazy that peoples want to ignore certain stuff. But it's crazy how another situation can happen, Like I said, it can happen to another race. But if it happens to another race that is not black, they want to get up on it. They want to get mad. They want to stand up firm and do something about it. They want to do something about it, get mad and this and that third. Do something about it. But if it has something to do with a black person and they talk about racism, oh, they mad. They upset. They just want to make everything about them. That's basically what some people think. But that is not true. Me as a black man, Angelica Ross as a black woman, we have a right to feel how we feel about racism, because it's wrong. It's 2020 fucking 3. And I think it's a damn shame that us as black voices, black men and black women, it's a shame that we have to keep on raising our voices, speaking for what we believe in, saying what is right and what is not right, keeping having to go through this stuff. It ain't right. It's not right. And I can understand why Angelica Ross was upset. So after that, Angelica Ross left the set, went in her trailer, and she sat there. And she said what she did next, she texted the big person, the woman that was over Ryan Murphy's Productions. The Ryan Murphy Productions manager. She texted her and told her that it was some foul stuff going on about some racism and about one of the producers that had on this shirt that basically represented racism. And she basically told the lady that was over Ryan Murphy's production that he had this shirt on, and she asked him nicely to take it off, and he said no, he's not taking it off, or turning it inside out. He says no, he's not taking it off because it represents freedom of speech, and it's his freedom. That's what she told the woman that was over Ryan Murphy's production. And so the woman that was over Ryan Murphy Productions, she basically told Angelica Ross, don't you worry about it. I'm about to handle it now. So that's exactly what she did. After Angelica Ross got done talking to the woman, she said she's going to handle it now. So my thing is that she handled it. She confronted somebody else, the woman that was over Ryan Murphy Productions. She confronted somebody else. Angelica Ross says that she gets another phone call, and it was somebody else that was working for Ryan Murphy. And basically, the reason that person called is because Angelica Ross says, she put a tweet up, basically representing, basically saying like what she's been through, and she's basically was just saying like what she went through on that set of American Horror Story, and basically what she had to defend herself. She had to stand up for herself because Emma Roberts made a transphobic remark, but then again Emma Roberts apologized for that. But then, Angelica Ross, she was still upset about it. Not because of just that, but because of the t-shirt incident, saying that the shirt said that I would not kneel, and they had American flag with a circle with a block sign on it. So I can understand why she was upset. So basically the other person called Angelica Ross, stating that, that she put up a tweet basically saying what she has went through, and that she's tired of being the voice of reason and having to go through this as a black woman and as a black person in general. That she's tired of going through this stuff as a black woman, black person in general, and that she feels like she shouldn't have to go through it. And for once, I agree with Angelica Ross, because she's right. Because Angelica Ross has always, ever since I've started knowing Angelica Ross, I don't know her personally, but I know her because I follow her on social media, Instagram, this and that, the third. And I follow her when she was on Pose. She played as Candy. And she was on American Horror Story. So I can understand and I can relate to what Angelica Ross is saying, because she's basically saying like, it's not fucking right that she has to go through this bullshit as a black woman. Like, she's getting tired of her voice not being heard, and she feels like as a black person and as a black woman, it's not getting taken seriously. Like, it's not an issue. So basically what this woman is saying, if you're not a black woman and if you're not a minority or anything like that, and if you want to get your point across, basically what you have to do is go to social media, because everybody is not going to hear what the next person is got to say if you're not a minority. If you're not a black woman or a black man or Hispanic woman or Hispanic man or any part of the minority, if you don't do anything for your voices to be heard, it's not gonna be heard. So that's how I feel what Angelica Ross did. Angelica Ross did what she felt was right, because you're not gonna get what you want unless you really go for it, and if you really go on social media and be heard. That's how I feel what Angelica Ross did. So the other person that called Angelica Ross was telling her, Angelica, I see you put it up a post. Could you please take the post down, please? Basically take the post down. Angelica was like, no, I'm not taking the post down. I don't see why I have to take the post down, because I'm basically just saying what I had to go through. And basically, I just seen this. I had to go through this. I'm tired of being the voice of reason. And basically, that's what she says. And basically, Angelica Ross is standing up for all the black men and women of the black community, the LGBTQ community, the transgender community. That's basically what she's doing. And I, for one, I applaud her for that. So they told her to take it down, and she was like, she don't see why she has to take it down. So after she gets done talking to the other person, she says she gets another phone call. And guess who called her? Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy called Angelica. And Angelica says when she picked up the phone, and she was like, Ryan Murphy says, Angelica, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? What is going on with these damn people? Why do damn people have to go to social media for their damn problems and stuff? This and that, the third. And basically, Angelica says that she says this. Ryan, listen, I know you are upset, but I basically just did that just to get my point across. She was like, Ryan, you don't understand what we had to go through as black men and black women, as black peoples in general. You don't understand what we had to go through. And basically, I was just doing what I had to do to get my point across. And Ryan was like, I have done all I can. I have stood with you for so long. I have stood with you for so long. And then Angelica was like, Ryan, you said you stood with me, but are you standing with me? You don't know what it's like being a transgender, black transgender woman. You don't know what it's like being a black woman. You don't know what it's like being a black person in general. When you see something that's related to racism, us as black peoples and people of color in general, if we see that it's not right, we're going to stand up for what we believe in. A lot of peoples might not like it, but we're going to do it. So that's basically how I feel what Angelica said to Ryan. And then what was said to Ryan after that, what Angelica has told him, precisely, Ryan Murphy was like, Angelica, I am so sorry. I did not see it that way. I completely understand now what you're saying. I am so sorry. I just got upset. But I just want to know, I don't understand why I'm not sure why peoples have to go to social media with their problems and talk about their problems. And I just don't understand why, but I understand where you're coming from. And he just said it, and I'm so sorry, Angelica. I'm so sorry. So after that conversation happened between Angelica Ross and Ryan Murphy, I'm guessing this what happened. Also, Angelica basically told Ryan Murphy about the man with the shirt that had that shirt on that represented racism, and she basically told him that she asked him nicely to take it off or put it inside out, and she said that he said that he wasn't gonna take it off. So Ryan Murphy basically told Angelica, "Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna talk to him." So when Ryan Murphy and Angelica Ross got off the phone, whatever what was said, that man was fired and he did not return back to that company again. And then so what was the conversation between Ryan Murphy and Angelica Ross. And after this, Angelica Ross says that she had to go to Thailand after she had the conversation with Ryan Murphy. She had to go to Thailand. And she had to find the guts that she had, and she had to stand up to Ryan Murphy, which I believe because Angelica Ross, she's a forceful woman. She's a forceful woman. She's a beautiful woman. She's a strong woman. And I'm so happy that she was able to stand up for what she believes in. And I'm so happy, me myself in general, I'm so happy to was able to do this video and tell y'all the story and to tell y'all how much of inspiration Angelica Ross, MJ Rodriguez, T.S. Madison, Dominique Jackson, and all the black women and transgender women in the world has done, and how much they have inspired a bunch of peoples in our black community and in our LGBTQ community. And I hope that it all gets resolved. Also, I forgot to add this in, y'all. I believe since what happened between her and Emma Roberts, Angelica Ross says that she will be leaving Hollywood. I don't know for how long. I don't know if she's taking a break or what. But I feel like this. I think that she should take a break because Hollywood can be a damn mess. And that especially after what she's been through. I'm going to say this, and then that'll be the end of my video. Racism is wrong. Racism is wrong. And knowing that you are wrong is wrong. That's basically what I'm going to say. But I hope Angelica Ross gets the results that she need, and I'm going to continue to, follow this woman and stand up with her. So that will be my video, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you all like this video. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.